How y'all doing? Alright, tonight we're going to make something I just kind of thrown together. It's going to be a Cajun stew, kind of a seafood stew. We're going to put some crawfish in there. We're going to put some shrimp. We've got some andouille sausage. We're going to put a little cream in there, a little tomato sauce, a little bit of wine. It's going to be real good. So we're going to start out and make a roux. I got about 8 tablespoons of butter there. We're going to put that down. And I got half a cup oil. I'm going to get that going. As soon as that melts down a little bit, and the reason I'm using this small pan, like I said, I got this little guy here. I've used him last time, but it's an automatic stirring thing, and it's really good if you got to have a real small pan. I actually need a pan a little bit smaller than this to use him, but it's a real handy tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this roux started, and let that melt down. Now while I do that, I've got some shrimp over here in the refrigerator. Already got them seasoned up. Got a little sloppy mama on there. Got a little black pepper, a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the oven over here. I'm just gonna get them cooked. I'm gonna put them in the stew later, but I want them cooked a little bit first. I want to go ahead and cook them most of the way in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this roux started and let the shrimp cook, and we'll be right back to y'all. All right, while I got this roux going here, I'm gonna go ahead. And this is this andouille sausage. It's really good smoked andouille sausage. It smells great. I'm going to get this going here. I'm going to brown it up in a pot. So I'll just stir it around, brown it up, because we're going to use that oil. We're going to use all that good stuff from that sausage. And go ahead and be doing that while our roux gets ready. Alright, this andouille is browning down good. Look, it's leaving all that goodness on the bottom of that pot. I'm going to go ahead and get this sausage out of this pot for a minute. I'm going to put some vegetables and stuff in here. So let me get this sausage out of here real quick. Look at all this goodness in the bottom of this pot. I'm going to put some onion in there. The rest of it's ready. We've got a little bit of celery. And some bell pepper. The red ones and orange ones are actually on sale today. Now to release all that good stuff on the bottom of the pan, I'm going to add a little bit of white wine. And I got about a cup here. I'm going to put about half of that right now. Okay. I'm going to stir that around, all around good like that, and get everything loose. It's going to pick all that flavor up off the bottom of that pot. Now I'm going to let these vegetables cook down a little bit. My roux still going over there. I got my shrimp bacon, so we'll let these cook down just for a minute here with this wine. And actually, we'll just let this cook down, and we'll come right back to it. Okay, now we got our vegetables cooked down here, like my roux getting about the color to where I want it. So what I'm going to do, go ahead and shut this off here. And be careful of that. Don't get none of that roux on you, because that stuff is hot. And we're going to add this roux to the vegetables here. Do that there. Since I added that, I'm going to stir it around. You see, it's really getting thick here, almost like paste. Go ahead and add my spices. I got a little parsley, black pepper, salt, slap your mama, Old Bay, and onion powder here. Go ahead and add that all in. Get everything out the bowl. Let's get stirring around there and just get everything all happy. Now after that, go ahead and I'm going to get some garlic here, a little bit of minced garlic, a tablespoon. I don't want to burn the garlic though. So I'm going to come on with I've got some cold seafood stock. This is 4 cups right here. I'm going to start adding that a little bit at a time. It's about that much there. I'm going to stir around. So everything's getting nice and thick, thick, thick. A little more. Okay, now that I got the roux in there and all the broth mixed in, it's really thick. This is going to be a stew. I'm going to add our other liquids, and this is going to thin out a good bit. Go ahead and add tomato sauce. Got 1 can of tomato sauce here. Add that on in. Stir in a little bit. And I also have some cream. I've got a half a pint. I'm going to add about half of this cream. This heavy cream. Just going to give it a little bit of smooth texture to it. Okay? About a quarter of a pint of the cream here. I might add the rest if it don't get too thin once I start adding all the seafood to it. So I'm going to go ahead and stir that around. Get everything all mixed up. And now I've got that sausage that I had. I'll add that sausage to it. And we'll mix that in. Next thing I'm going to go ahead and about 2 minutes I'm going to go ahead and put the crawfish in here. And then last is going to be the shrimp. We'll let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And I think we'll be ready to go. Okay, still pretty thick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add these crawfish tails to it. I got a 2 pounds Louisiana crawfish tails. Already been cooked. And I went ahead and rinsed them off and drained them. I'm going to stir these in here. And these really should thin that out a little bit. See, it's getting a little bit thinner. And like I said, these crawfish tails, they have a lot of water in them. So I'm going to stir them on in and wait a minute or two and see how it thins on out. Alright, now I've got to about the thickness that I want it. Got on low, so I'm going to go ahead and add some green onions here I diced up. And we'll add those shrimp. There's a little cooked shrimp here, so just about a pound of cooked shrimp. And the reason I cook my shrimp first when I'm doing a dish like this is I don't want to put the shrimp in. They've got a lot of water in them that comes out when they cook. I want all that water to come out in my stew or my etouffee or gumbo, whatever I'm cooking, and make it too thin. So the easiest way I found to do is just go ahead and cook the shrimp separate and get them in there. See, now we're at a good consistency for a stew. Now I'm going to keep this on low, and I might just cover it here, and I'm going to let it sit here for about 10 more minutes while I get my rice ready, and that'll be just fine. Real good. Yeah, it's looking to be about the perfect consistency. I've got about 2-3 more minutes on my rice, and we're going to plate some of this up. It looks good. Well, I just tasted this, and I tell you, it's some kind of fine. I'm going to get it served up here with some rice, a little bit of bread, maybe some crackers. It's going to be so good. And there it is, Southern Cajun style crawfish, seafood, and sausage stew. It is some kind of fine.